Black Jesus on Logic. So,
Word?
Yeah, so it's a blessing. I'm not a producer. Like I try and make beats, but bro, like Logic made it accessible for somebody like me who's not really a professional type of thing to do that. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Word. Yo, so I guess I'm a do the official intro. Yo, this is Don Talk Podcast. We back at it.
Yes, sir.
I'm AK the Don. I'm here with my guy Muna.
Yo, thank you, AK.
Yo,
man.
big praise. You know what I'm saying?
Praise
like
to you,
Muna's
brother.
here.
Praise to you, man.
Man, this is actually crazy. Like the whole COVID thing. You know, obviously it threw me off track, but like we here. Like I had to wait for it to get right, and it's right now. So I gotta take this opportunity.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, man. I'm glad that you got to be the first person I get to sit down with it and get back into it with, man.
Boss, just to be in the presence of you and to be able to sit here on Dawn Talk, a baby that you've created, bro. It's a pleasure to be here, bro. And I thank you for the honor.
Blessings, bro. Thank you,
bro. Always.
Oh man, but yeah, bro. So how's everything been? How you been maneuvering through like quarantine, COVID, like everything?
Bro, I've just been trying to survive, bro. I think I speak for a lot of black people, especially during this time, bro, because all of us are just trying to survive in any way, form, or fashion. And my form of surviving is, I got a new job, thank God for that. And also writing, bro. I've been doing a lot of writing because I got a lot of projects planned for next year. So 2020 is the year for me to get ready for next year. And I think a lot of creatives can understand that. Yeah, for sure.
Word. So because it's like we have had a lot of time. So you say you've been working on songs. Is it just writing, or like are you also?
So
I know you. Sorry, I know you said
go ahead, bro, please.
You're not a producer, but like you do produce like some songs and stuff. Have you been like making beats and stuff as well?
Oh, bro, ever since March 14th, my birthday, because March 14th was kind of when everything became serious. Like people weren't trying to go out no more, right? The whole COVID thing. But ever since my 26th birthday, I've just been mostly writing, but then also beat searching, coming up with concepts of my own too, and like I've gotten really good with sampling. Like it took me years, even when we were back in college. Like I remember, like I didn't know how to sample, so now I'm more comfortable with sampling, but like just trying to sharpen my tools, bro. That's what I'm using this time for.
Okay, word. Yeah, man. I definitely think that's what it was meant for, because it's like it shut everything down, forced us to stay inside. So like,
tell me about it.
You had to, if you're a creative, like you gotta come up with content or something. Like you ain't even gotta put nothing out, but like just kind of even like start thinking about ways to kind of improve or whatever. And like if you don't consider yourself a content creator, then you had to dip into your bag a little bit, because there was a lot of people that was like coming out with like businesses, like whether it's small stuff, like food, like snacks, stuff like that. So I was like, I respect that, you know what I mean? Like
for sure,
the fact that you can create something like out of nothing, it's just
it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing for sure,
man. Let me see, what else did I want to kind of start off with? I'm gonna end up editing this anyways. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just kind of go right into the questions.
For sure, but I'm here for you, man.
But all right, so yeah, just go ahead, talk a little bit about yourself, like just start in music, like what kind of got you into it? Just a little background.
Okay, so my name is Muna. I'm originally from Zimbabwe, from Harare, Zimbabwe. Came to this country in 1996. Lived here my whole life. Raised African, but brought up American, if that makes sense. a lot of my hustle, so to speak, because in Africa it's just work. It's not hustle, you know what I mean? But a lot of my hustle comes from just being here and growing up around, black people, learning about you got to make it happen for yourself. You know what I mean? And now at 26, I've been rapping since I was 13. So 13 years now, I've learned, bro, about at least the point where I'm at now. Akani is just like I'm learning to not just put out something, but almost sandpaper it, if that makes sense. Smooth out the edges and things like that. Because since I started, bro, I thought the formula was make content, put it on, no matter what it sounds like, just put it out, and then hopefully somebody who likes it is gonna hear it and bring you on. Right. But there's a lot of logistical things that artists got to understand first before they just dive in head first. So I think I'm getting to that point now, but I've been doing it for a long time, man, and I think I'm becoming more of a professional, more of a businessman as far as how I execute things.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I respect that. So you say you've been rapping since you was 13?
13. Yes,
okay.
Yes, me and Debo. Shout out to Debo, by the way.
Big shout out to Debo.
Big shout out to Debo, man.
Yo, man. Shout out Relief Music Group. Yo.
Shout out to Dawn Talk, man. Shout out to Dawn Talk.
So y'all been rapping since y'all was 13. Like, what got y'all into rap? Like, if you had to pick,
like a moment, like when So I think I think Debo spoke about this when he was here, but it was one summer day. I was at the park, and a good friend of ours from Waltham, Kiana Gray. Shout out to Kiana. She has a skincare line out now. Make sure y'all check it out. Support black businesses. But Kiana, she had a cookout, and a good friend of her house was right across the street from Graverson Park. So I went to Graverson Park just to play basketball with a few friends of mine, and one of my other friends named Mike Cadet, he came over to the park because he's seen a couple black kids playing. So he's like, I might know them from Waltham. And sure enough, he knew us. He sees us. He's like, yo, bro, come across the street. There's a cookout at Kiana's house. Now, I knew this is like 7th grade, 13. Yeah, 7th grade when I was 13. Okay. And I knew Kiana, but I didn't know her to that extent. You know what I'm saying? Like as well as I know her now and her family. Shout out to her family. But I was kind of hesitant, but because it was black people, I figured, let me pull up, what I mean? Because it's not like she doesn't know me at all. Like, we know each other from the neighborhood, and Debo was there, and I met Debo in 5th grade, science overnight. So I'm sitting with him, talking with him, eating a burger, you know what I'm saying, just talking, and then all of a sudden, Mike, the one who brought me over, he's like, yo, Debo, freestyle, man. People be saying you be rapping, but I didn't know Debo rapped at the time. It was just me that was kind of writing, so to speak, but like I didn't. The push came once I met Debo. Like, once I met Debo, and Debo he just started freestyling Akani, and like I knew he was freestyling because he was mentioning things that were in the circle, like you with the red shirt, you with the whatever. So then for me, it was like, yo, this is what I want to do. I would like, because I never had the confidence like Debo had. Debo, if somebody called Debo out, Debo was always ready to go, bro. And it just from his demeanor, how his father and mother brought him up. If somebody call your name, you answer. You know what I'm saying? So I was never brought with that sort of mentality. But when I saw Debo have that, in my mind, it was, oh, this is it. This is what I need to do. This is what we need to do. And fast forward 13 years later, we got Relief Music Group, which is our own company, LLC now.
Oh, okay. And, congrats.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, boss. Appreciate it. But that's the origins. That's the beginning.
Right. So, was there any specific rapper that kind of got you into it? Oh, bro. For me, it was okay. So I remember when I was backtrack back to before I was 13. The first album I ever bought was John Cena. The My Time Is Now. Oh man,
from FYE. Y'all remember that store, FYE? Shout out to FYE. It's probably gone now, but the day his album came out, I remember begging my aunt, can I please have $20? $20, just because I was a huge wrestling fan, and I just bumped it. And I remember there's a song called I forget how it goes, but it's like, we roll by in the pimp ride and we walk through with the pimp slide. Like, that album taught me about collectively putting music together and pushing it out. And since that was my first album, that's what kind of started the gears for me a little bit. How like different songs, like a title can have a song, but it can have a feel to it.
Right.
But that feel can go with what the whole album's about. My Time Is Now, WWE, John Cena.
Right.
And to be honest with you, bro, I got to be honest, that's the first album I ever bought, you know. But obviously Jay-Z is a heavy influence of mine. Kendrick is a heavy influence of mine. But what taught me, like, to put the pen to paper was John Cena. My Time Is Now.
That's honestly so... Because honestly, I never would have guessed that.
No, it's
because like I know you rock with Jay-Z heavy, but like John Cena, like, because I remember because my brother's like the same age as you, and he you know, like he would get all the music, and whatever music he had, I would get too. So he had that I don't think it was the whole album, but it was My Time Is Now, like, by John Cena. So yeah, you know, like I'm pretty sure it was like middle school, like, you know, bumping that and stuff.
Of course, bro.
But yeah, that's, oh man. So shout out to John Cena.
Shout out to John Cena, man. West Newbury stand up, Springfield College.
Yeah, man, all that. Oh wow. So what inspires you to come up with content, like what, like, even if it's not rap, like if it's something else, like maybe an experience or something, like is there, like, what factors play into, I'm gonna do this album, or I'm gonna put out this single, kind of thing?
Thank you for the question, bro. That's an excellent question. I think for me, bro, it takes a fire to start in me for me to want to. My first studio album was The Village Boy, but The Village Boy manifested itself from me hearing, like, because I had two other projects before then, Judah and Black Renaissance. When people were listening to Black Renaissance, it was almost like oh, yo, Moona, you still rapping, bro? Like, yeah, that's cool, you know. So for me, it was like I had older people tell me, like, yo, bro, you a good rapper, bro, but you're kind of all over the place. You're kind of always preaching to the choir, so to speak, type of thing. And I wanted people to just respect me, just respect what I'm doing. You ain't gotta like it, bro, but just respect my hustle. So for me, what ignites new projects, it's always somebody just putting propane to me, or it's always somebody or something telling me, like, all right, bro, show them now, show them now, do a collective project, do a collective thing. And like The Village Boy, shout out to Surefire Studios, that was the first time I ever learned about, you know, don't ever crop music off of YouTube. Don't like use original beats and cop them exclusively, pay the money, you know, like the producers, they're taking the time out to make the beat that you love, pay them so you get the rights for it, and then you can execute your album the way it should be. So that's what inspires me for projects and stuff like that, you know.
Word. And shout out to, I want to give a shout out to Phil, because he put me on. I remember
Phil Gomes,
right before you dropped The Village Boy, or I think it was the day you dropped it.
Oh wow.
He was like, yo, like Moona dropped this album. I was like, okay, because I remember Natasha.
Yeah.
Shout out Natasha, because at the time, you know,
we worked together at a summer camp. That's how I know Natasha.
Word. Okay. Yeah.
She had a birthday too. Happy belated. Too.
Yeah. Happy belated. Yo, that's the homie for real. But yeah, she had told me, she was like, yeah, like, this is kid, because she told me about the summer camp, and she was like, yeah, this is kid Moon who goes to your school and he raps. And I was like, okay, like I just heard the name. And then I think Phil, because Phil was the one who was going to the Brotherhood meetings. And so I guess he met you, and then he played, I think it was the Renaissance, that video.
Yes.
So he's playing it, and I was like, okay, like, nice. You know, I could jam to this. And then I think that was our freshman year, and then sophomore year when the album came out, when the Village Boy, he played, like, we sat down and listened to the whole thing. Just write it, like, didn't do nothing else, just listen to the whole thing top to bottom. And I was like, wow, this is great music right here.
Oh, thank you.
You feel me?
Like, the world coming from you, my brother. I appreciate it.
Man, that was just phenomenal, just kind of like experiencing that. And then,
and if I can give Phil his roses real quick, if I can just shout out to Phil Gomes, Brockton Stand Up. Phil's the type of person, bro. He believes in you more than you believe in your own self.
For real.
You know what I mean? And people like him are so vital in life because they see what you don't. You know what I mean? And Salem State, my senior year, there was the spring concert.
Yep.
And I worked for the student activities board, but like I'm never the type of person to be like, yo, put me on because I'm a rapper. I'm not.
Right.
I'd rather have people speak for me, so to speak. But I never knew, bro, that Phil would go to bat for me to be able to perform for that show. And Phil Gomes, I love you, my brother. I thank you for everything, bro, and thank you for seeing in me what I couldn't even see in my own self, you know. So shout out to Phil, man. I shout out to give him his roses one time. You too, Connie, man.
Oh man, I feel like I didn't even do nothing. Like it's all credit to Phil. Like Phil's the one, he put the battery in my back. Like
nice.
if I never met Phil, we probably wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes, I believe
so
that.
Like that's my brother. Like like
bro
I don't care about nothing. Like that's my brother.
Yes, sir.
But so the Village Boy, like that album is that's nuts, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much, bro.
All right, so when it comes to like setbacks or like, you know, if you're working on an album,
yes,
how do you deal with that? So like if you got like writer's block, like
okay,
what are your methods? Like how do you handle that?
As far as writer's block goes, I just trust myself. I try to just trust myself because when I have writer's block, I'll stop. I'll just stop what I'm doing and then just do something else, so to speak. But what gets me out of writer's block is when I listen to my old stuff and I listen to my old projects and they're like 13 tracks long, 13 track EPs type of thing. And I say to myself, like, yo, at as young as I was at 18 to make Judah a 13 track EP, it'll come to me. You know what I mean? Even though I'm going through a writer's block right now, I gotta trust it'll come because I was able to do Judah, Black Renaissance, The Village Boy, Toby. It'll come to me, and even singles before then. So that's one setback. But Connie, I think the biggest setback that I've faced, and if I could kick game to anybody who watches this and is aspiring to do music, the biggest setback, bro, is people. People are the biggest setbacks for your career because my advice to an artist coming up is obviously show your gratitude. Obviously show your gratitude towards like videographers, producers, things like that. But if you sense that someone is slowing you down, you must leave. You must separate yourself from that person. Not saying hate or go around and slander their name, no. But you have to separate yourself from those people because in a sense, bro, not everybody wants to see you win, bro. And every project I've dropped from the moment I started rapping to now, to my next project, I've always met somebody who tries to slow me down. You know what I mean? And it's hurtful initially when you recognize, like, you trying to slow me down, bro. Like, we said we was gonna do this. We said we was gonna, I paid for your gas money. I paid for your lunch to do this. We can go shoot this, or we can go record this, or you can do this for me. I showed you my good faith, and you didn't show me that. And that's what I think is what makes people want to quit. That's what makes people want to be like, yo, fuck this, bro. But don't let people slow you down. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that I feel like that's the biggest hindrance I feel when I'm just working on new projects and stuff.
Word. Yeah, I can kind of attest to that a little bit because when I started the podcast initially, you know, I was like the person I did the first episode with, I'd asked them to be my co-host, right? But like, you know, I was just kind of like, I was a little antsy, so I'm not gonna lie. So like, I kind of jumped to that, you know, without really knowing the person and stuff. And then after that first time, you know, like we had a few conversations, like all right, like let's try to meet up on this and stuff. But it was always I can't be there, like I won't be able to be there kind of thing. And you know, like that's not all on them. Like, you know, I respect it. Like if you got other stuff to do, like if you can't make it, if it's too far, I understand. But I just know that I wasn't gonna let anything stop me from, you know, from like this is my baby. I'm not gonna let anybody do anything to my baby. Like this is my brainchild.
That's your child. Yes, sir.
Care for it.
Yes, sir, bro.
You feel me? So
yes, sir.
Yeah, like I definitely agree. You know, like whether it's
terrible. It's terrible, bro. You know, and then when you recognize it, and it's like, yo, you're not showing that same urgency for me that you show for other people,
right?
You know what I mean? And it's like I feel like you and I as creatives, we do everything we can because, like you said, the baby must be born. Like any parent, I'll do whatever it takes for my child to grow up.
Right.
You know? But when I notice that you are slowing me down from my child growing up, I gotta separate myself from you. And one thing you'll notice too, when you separate yourself from those people, and then they see your child grow, they're the first ones to hit you up, bro. They're the first ones to say, yo, bro, I'm so proud of what you're doing. I'm so happy to see what you're doing. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? But it's life.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
I'm sorry if I'm speaking very passionate, bro. It's
bro, that's honestly like that's how it goes, man. Like that's the reality of it. Like,
yes, sir.
With anything, you know, like especially if you kind of started with people and stuff, and then it ended up falling mostly on you. Like, you know, you become like a sole owner, or like it's,
of course,
you know, like you're the only person that's putting in the work.
Of course.
Then those people, they start to flock and stuff like that. But that's not, you know, you just gotta realize that and kind of deal with it in the best way.
Yes, sir.
But yeah. So let me move on to the next one, man. I was feeling a little feeling passionate about that.
That's good. Man.
But all right. So what's your favorite part of the process of making music? So is it like the writing, producing, recording, releasing? Like which, like, do you have a favorite part?
Oh yeah, bro. For me, I think the best part, because how I work like let's say, right, like for my next project now, I'm working with my manager Reggie Charles through Roman Entertainment. Shout out to Roman Entertainment. I've been wanting to work with him for years. He's worked with Dutch Rebel.
I saw her perform a few back in February. I saw her perform.
Bro. She is excellent, bro. Shout out to Dutch Rebel in Boston. Y'all need to keep your eyes on Dutch Rebel. And she's excellent, 100. Bro. But I'm working with him now. I'm working with her former manager, and my favorite part, bro, is kind of like speaking of the concept, speaking of what I entail to happen, but then also like hearing from other people, like Reggie, because Reggie, he's my go-to. Reggie and Evan, shout out to Evan Gregorio too. Evan, those two are like my two go-to, and Debo as well. Absolutely Debo as well. Those are my big three as far as when I'm putting things out, when I'm coming up with concepts. I'll kick the idea to them first, and if they tell me it's whack, which I know they will, then I'll just go from there. But when I tell them my idea and they're fired up too,
right,
that's what fires me up. It's like, I think I might be on to something, you know, like not so much to get millions of views or millions of followers, because the type of music I make, it's not for everybody. 6ix9ine is #1 on the Billboard talking about bullshit. You know what I mean? That's not what I do, but if I can get the approval from my team, from my camp, from you too, bro, from you too, like that's my plus. And then plus also beat selection. Bro.
Word.
Rush Aurora, shout out to my boy Rush from Philly. He's an excellent producer. Othello on the beats. Stan the Beatsmith.
Yo, Stan the Beatsmith.
Oh, Stan.
Yo, big shout out to Stan the Beatsmith,
man.
I'll
take a shot for Stan, man. I'll take a shot for Stan.
Bro.
You take a shot, bro.
I'll take that shot, too.
Let's do it, bro. Let me pull you up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, man.
You want me some more?
Yeah, that's good, bro.
Okay, my bad. My bad if I got
Nah, you good, man. But, yeah, yo, big shout out to, I don't know what's that saying. I can't really see over there.
That's all good.
But yeah, bro, like big shout out to Stan, because that man is talented. Yo, cheers. Take
very
this.
Talented.
But yeah, like, and then I know, like you've gotten a few Hum Beats.
Oh, Hum Beats.
Hum Beats is.
Hum Beats, when you meet him, bro, you kind of like, you feel his aura, but he's very Christ-like. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I could say, like, you know, when you meet somebody who's established,
right?
You sense their presence. You sense like, oh shit, like this is somebody. This is somebody. But I feel like just like Christ, it was like when you meet Hum Beats, he gets uncomfortable when you become in awe of him. You know what I mean? And I respect that so much, bro. Like, we did some beat selections with him. He's gonna be on the new album too.
Word.
We did some. I think he's gonna be either the intro or the outro, but either or. I was with him. I was talking about him with Evan, just chilling, picking out beats, and I kind of sensed that like he was getting uncomfortable by me praising him so much. But I totally respect that. You know what I mean? Like, because that's his personality. That's who he is, and excellent beat maker.
Yeah, man. There's because he just previewed something. What was it? The 12th? I think it was last week. One of the beats is like a Tupac. It Changes by Tupac. It was a sample that he sampled the song and put it into a beat, and yo, that was just dope.
For sure.
So the way he flipped out, I was like, man, this is one talented producer right here. You feel me? Man, but yeah, now that's good, man. I'm kind of excited and stuff, you know, because how I feel about your music, bro.
No,
like
man. You know how I feel about you, man. If I can give you your roses, bro, since the moment I met you, and I've seen you've always been a man to me, but bro, when I seen you take life by the horns with Dawn Talk, bro, it's I say this, bro, because I don't know if I'll have another chance to say this, bro, but I love you. I love what you're doing. Keep winning, bro.
I love you too, bro.
For real,
like,
I love you, man. For real. That's real, man. As black men, we can say that.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of you, bro.
I'm a fan of you, bro. For real.
It's love, man. It's love.
Oh, man. All right. So why do you do what you do? Like, is there do you have so let me start with that. Like, yes, why do you make music? You know, what kind of, like, is it to inspire? Like, do you have kind of an angle, like, in mind of, like, what,
for sure,
you know, like, what you want?
So for me, bro, I don't know if you ever seen The Last Dance. The Chicago Bulls. Shout out to Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson, all them dudes, man. But Michael Jordan, he talked about, and even his mother said it, like, Michael Jordan's brother always beat his ass. Always beat him. Even to the point where Michael Jordan's brother was like, yo, I don't care who you are. You'll never beat me. You'll never beat me. And I heard that story when I was a kid, because I don't know if you remember the childhood story of Michael Jordan where his mom put salt in his
shoes. Yep. I read that book.
Me too. And so growing up, I played basketball. I played sports. But I noticed, like, I kept losing. No matter how much I tried, I just wasn't as strong or as athletically built as everybody else. I was, you know, I did the best I could. You know, I got my buckets every now and then, but I wasn't winning, so to speak. But then there's a brother by the name of Emmanuel Collins. Shout out to my boy Joker, B Joker. He's from Cambridge, actually. He's from here. I remember when I was younger, bro, this brother, and I say this not to diss him. This is not a diss to him. It's actually a tip of the hat to him almost. Every time, because we used to go to summer camp together, every time we'd be around girls, like girls that I thought were pretty at summer camp, or around the fellas where I just wanted to be myself, he would always, excuse my language, but shit on me because I was trying to be a rapper. I wanted to rap too. He would always shit on me. But when it was freestyle time, the one thing I had over him because of being friends with Debo, shout out to Debo, if ever you called my name, bro, I'm here. I'm here with you. You want to rhyme words together? We can do that together. We can do it. And I think for me, when I beat him, when I knew I could beat Manny, or when I knew I could answer his call, it made me feel so handsome, bro. So, like, I noticed people around me were like, yo, this brother was quiet, bro, but he can do something. He can do something. Like, he's all right with it, you know? And that's why I just wanted to keep feeding this plant, you know, feeding this seed, because I noticed a reaction from people that I've never gotten before Akani. I've never gotten it before AK. Like, if I played basketball, it was like, you know, number 21 skinny with the long socks, you know what I'm saying? But with rapping, it was like, yo, who's that dude right there, bro? What's his name? Mu what? What's his name? Like, there was an interest in me. So that's what fueled me to want to make music.
Okay. Word. Yeah, man, I like that.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
appreciate it.
The fact that something kind of fuels you, like it fueled you, you know? So you're like, that's real dope.
Thank you.
That's the way to, I think that's the way to go about it.
Thank you.
So I want to talk about Toby.
Yes.
Because
sure,
that album is that was in my top 5 last year. You feel me?
Oh, thank
like
you,
I love the album, like from top to bottom, man.
Thank you so much.
And then I don't know if I think it was the night of Jay Electronica.
Yes,
you performed, bro.
Yes.
Oh man, I was so like, I saw the.
Did you get to meet him that night? Did you get to meet him?
I didn't get to meet him,
bro. You should have stayed, bro. He met everybody. He met everybody, bro. He
was performing. I had my arm around him. Yes. So like, I had the footage, bro. So you know, I'm gonna keep that footage because like, I'm like, yo, this is Jay Electronica right here. Like, I got my arm around him. But nah, like that night you performed and stuff, I was like, yo, this is honestly like it's just so dope. Like seeing like people I know and like artists I mess with heavy. Thank you, bro. Like just kind of, you know, you doing your thing, like you in your bag. So like I respect that. And Toby, everything is just, you know, like it's a great album.
Thank you.
I think my favorite, I can't even pick like one favorite song, but like Whips and Chains, that was like one of my favorites. And the African Gold, man, every time I throw that on, like especially now, like that's I be feeling a little different. You feel me? Like I move different.
Thank you, bro.
Like, ooh, but yeah, man, like that's a great album. But like, what kind of what inspired that album?
Okay, honestly, bro, like a lot of things inspired that album. As far as like, I mean, so you know, the whole, everybody knows this saying, like when Chris died, you know that. And I remember Chris before we even first of all, shout out to Chris Joyce and his family. But what inspired Toby was, I remember one day we was in our dorm, and Harry and Chris, shout out to Harry Regis and Johnny Centron, they were just sitting around talking, and Chris comes up to me and he goes, yo, Muna, bro, how do you stop hood violence? How do you stop violence in the hood? And I didn't know how to answer that, you know what I mean? And since he died, bro, I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure it, because I still hear him asking me that question. Yo, Moo, bro, how do you cure hood violence? So when the day was over, the night was over, I went back to my room, and you know what I'm saying, we was there, and I was thinking heavy. And I was thinking about, the black kids in the hood, what do they think about? The thoughts of black youth. Toby, Toby. And then I'm like, Toby. Who is associated with Toby? Kunta Kinte. He's the first famous black person in America. The first documented black person in America. The first Lil Wayne, the first Jay-Z, the first whatever you want to call him. He was the first one. And then I was thinking, all right, let me write down what black kids think about. Buy mama a house. Buying our mothers' homes.
I tell my mama that every day.
You know what I'm saying? And then Black Jesus. Jesus Black. The theory of yin and yang. You know how like there's black kids that love anime. They love Japanese. They love the yin, the concept of Zen, being centered. That's the Asiatic black man. That's where we come from, our origins. And then also, now after yin and yang, there's 9,000 Dragon Balls. There's black kids love Dragon Ball Z. You know, for years. You know, I watch Dragon Ball Z too, and then Boston Globe, which is what black kids read every morning on the bus to high school. Len Bias. Black kids don't really know who Len Bias is, but if you're from Massachusetts, from Boston, you typically know who Len Bias is.
You put me on the game.
Oh, really?
You put me on, bro. I ain't know anything about Len Bias.
Thank you, man. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it, man. But I was just trying to kind of formulate everything, so to speak. And that's what inspired. So shout out to Chris, man. Chris, he's the one that ignited the flame, because Chris was such a heavy soul, bro. Heavy. You met him. You know him.
Honestly, I met him once, and I was like, yo, this dude seems kind of cool. You know what I mean? So like, honestly, I wish I'd known him like a little better.
No, for sure, bro. But the thing is, bro, he walks with us. He still walks with us, and I feel like he's in here now. You know, like, you ever see the movie The Sixth Man with Marlon Wayans and the dude from A Different World?
I think so.
You should watch. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it, bro. It's about this basketball player whose brother dies, and he sees his brother. Yeah. Like, his brother's always with him. Or like, even when he can't see him, his brother's still there. I just think about that when I think of Chris. You know what I mean? Whenever I'm at my lowest, I know Chris is there to be like, yo, move, man. Come on, bro. Pick your head up, bro. Be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. That's super dope. Like, shout out Chris Joyce. Like,
Chris Joyce.
I mean, that's a good brother.
I appreciate it, man.
So in terms of, you know, what's next, like what's coming,
gotcha.
Like, can we, like, what do you expect from Muna? Like, what can we
expect?
Yeah.
Bro, okay, honestly, so now that I'm working with Roman Entertainment, one thing you can expect is a professional approach to music. I've studied music. I've studied the game. I've tried to study cadences and not trying to preach to the choir, but also staying relevant, but getting your message across. I've learned that aspect of my own development as an artist. But through working with Reggie, shout out to Reggie again, I understand the business side of it, bro. Toby was a good album. Like, I'm thankful you love it, and the people who listened to it, they loved it. But in all honesty, bro, it's like I didn't do what I was supposed to do with it. I didn't, from a business sense. It took, for one, I kept changing the release date because I just kept putting dates on shit. Like, yo, bro, it's coming out November 23rd.
Right.
November 23rd come. My engineer hits me. Shout out to Sean Caliber. Hits me up. Yo, bro, we still mastering this shit, bro. It's not gonna be done in November 23rd. So I gotta push it back to February something. And then I'm like, I'll have it done the day of the J Electronica show. So it's not only a J Electronica show, but it's an album release show as well with J Electronica.
Gotcha.
The album is not ready to go yet because when we put it on DistroKid, it's gonna take 7 to 10 days. So from now, bro, what you can expect from me is a more calculated approach because I'm working not only with Reggie, but I'm working with Evan too. Shout out to my boy Evan, Chino G. Evan is by far one of the most calculated individuals. Just like yourself, just like you too, Akani. But Evan is so calculated in his approach. Like Drake, especially Drake, especially Jay-Z, especially Andre 3000. They don't usually typically give release dates. It's I'm coming. Especially in the age of the internet, bro. You don't really need hype no more, right, bro. Like, if this shit's gonna stick, it's gonna stick. No matter when you drop it, it's gonna stick.
That's big facts.
That's what you can expect from this next album. I got the title, I got the concepts, I got everything down because I've been working with my team, and I'll also share it with you too because I value your opinion too, Akani, especially as far as my music goes, because you listen. You're not like people who say they listen but they don't listen. You actually listen. So what you can expect in 2021 is a more professional, calculated Muna. That's what you can expect.
Okay, word. Yo, I also want to say this because like I listen to this song a lot. Space Time Continuum, bro.
Oh yeah,
man. Like I throw that on repeat. Like there was, I don't remember when it was. There was one time like the whole week. Like I just be at work, just throw that on. You feel me? Like that's, yo, bro. Like I really think like you're so talented, man. And I think much, that, bro, you know, if you don't know who Muna is, like go ahead and do your research into his catalog. Like it's dope. Like it's dope music, like all around. You feel me?
Bro, thank you so much, bro. You allow me to keep going, bro, because you listen. You actually hear me, bro. Like, and I don't discredit those who actually hear me too, bro. But for you, bro, to bring me on your show, your baby, your platform, Dawn Talk. Shout out to Dawn Talk. It's a blessing, bro. It's really truly a blessing. So to hear that from you, it speaks volumes.
Yeah, man. And like, yo, for like, I'm honestly trying to get back into making beats because I kind of slowed down. I just also want you got you my tagline, man. You my tag.
Yes, sir.
So yo, like,
you a genius.
Yo, you feel me? But like, yo, this dude, like, this is like a really great dude. Like one of the best people I've ever got the opportunity of meeting. Like, you know, makes great music and stuff. Like, I can't keep. Damn, I'm not even gonna lie. I think this dude say hitting just a smidge.
If you want to get another one, bro, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know when you want another one. It's up to you, bro.
But so I think you kind of touched on it a little earlier. But what's the best advice you would give to someone who's, you know, up and coming and like not really, like, you know, they might be either halfway in, halfway out kind of thing? Like, what would you tell them?
For me, bro, like I've been blessed because I've been able to get like a lot of young dudes, young cats that I know from Waltham and just from around send me their music, and the fact that they send me their music, bro, it means the world to me, and I listen every single time, and I kind of made it a promise to myself that no matter how up or down I go, anybody who wants me to hear them, it's because they want an honest opinion. The number one rule I would give to people who are coming up is take criticism. Take it, because it benefits you as an artist. Because when I first started out, bro, I was very preachy. I was very, you should do this because God told you to do that. Don't do this because it's against this. But people don't want to hear that, bro. People in the clubs, people want to have fun, people want to party, you know, and like, if you're not even if you're not with the club music or the party scene, bro, one advice I would give is relate to people, speak to people how you would want to be spoken to. That's one. And then number two, I think we spoke about this as well, bro. Don't ever let anyone get in your way, bro. There are people, let's say for example, Connie, like your best friend, your best friend who you grew up with since day one. You two are working on Dawn Talk or working on something together. There are people that want to see your best friend win before they even want to see you win. Before they even want to see you do your thing. Because to them, you are the threat to them. They'd rather see your best friend Not saying that in a negative light. That's not a negative light, because if your best friend wins, people are stupid. If your best friend wins, you win too.
Right.
That's dumb. That's the dumbest way of going about things. But it's almost a way to kill your morale. People will do everything they can to kill your morale, bro. I speak from experience, from just last year. Like I said, I went out of my way to show people, like, I'm easy to work with. I'm not hard to work with. Anybody from Boston, anybody from Massachusetts, anybody who's willing to work, let's figure this thing out. But at the same time, while I was going with that approach, I didn't realize, bro, that people, it goes in one ear and out the other. They see how much you want to put into them, but in all reality, they will slow you down. Last year, I only had one video. You know what I mean? Shout out to HBZ. I had stayed the music video, but why did I only have one video? Why was I told things that I should have been told last year? I was only told them now. The reason why I was told now is because I kicked those people out. I pushed them away. I wanted nothing to do with them. And like we spoke to about before, the same people who will slow you down are the first people to comment on your post. Yo, bro, excellent job, bro. They will slow you down. Don't let nobody slow you down, AK. Don't let nobody deter you from your child, from your baby, from this. Because the right people will come. They'll come.
100, yo, y'all hit a gem. Like, y'all, I hope y'all ready to pick that up, because that's, you feel me? That's that's one of the realest things ever. Like, you, bro. Definitely, just because there's definitely been, times, because with me, like, I take a lot of stuff to heart.
Me too.
Right? So like, it could be something somebody said. Like, they may not have meant it a certain way, but like, I'll still, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be in my head like crazy.
Of course.
So like, I talked to someone, about the podcast, and they just didn't respond. And to me, I'm like, dang, well, does that mean like they don't want to work, or like just psyching myself out? Of course. What I mean?
Of course.
But that's not the way to go about it. It's okay, they didn't respond, on to the next one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I can do about it. The situation already happened. I can't change it. So I'm not gonna let anybody. I really don't care who you are. I will not let you slow me down. Excellent. And take away from my baby's growth.
Excellent.
Like, you feel me?
You see black mothers, bro. Single black mothers. It's the same thing, bro. It's the same exact thing. Like, for instance, right, the whole concept of child support and all that type of stuff. I don't mean to veer off topic, bro, but with the concept of the child that you want to see grow, whether it's Dawn Talk Podcast or Relief Music Group or Music Careers, whatever it is, there are people that will slow you down, bro. There are people who they see you as a threat, but they'll subtly lullaby you to sleep.
Word.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, bro, I can't even. I don't even want to go too much into it, bro. But just know for a fact, AK, bro. Like, last year I had to cut a lot of people off. Not saying so much cut them off completely, because I still communicate with anybody. Anybody who shows me love, I'll show you love right back the same. I'm not a hater, but I will never, ever, ever work with you again if I've seen that you don't have the same urgency that I have.
Right.
Because you slowing me down, my nigga. This shit I want to do. This shit, I'm not gonna drive all the way to Western Mass or to New York or to Vermont, whatever, just for you to tell me now I'm good. Or I'm not gonna pay for this because now I'm good. You know what I'm saying, bro? Don't let nobody slow you down.
Yeah, man. Like, damn, I had something I was gonna like. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. No. It was along the lines of that. But yeah, like that's pretty much like the bigger picture. Like, just don't let nobody take you off your path. Like we all got somewhere to go. Like you gotta focus on what you want and kind of zone in on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I did want to ask. This is like super like not unrelated, but like. Of course. Not even like regarding to the podcast, but like, how do you feel about you know, everything that's going on with, you know, the protests and all the, you know, like all these social justice issues. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, how are you dealing with it, and what do you believe is the best way to handle everything?
Of course. I think the biggest thing, as far as the protests and everything that's going on, bro, I think the biggest thing is consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Since 400 plus years back, people have seen the most heinous of crimes, bro. Like, we saw George Floyd get his neck pressed to death.
Mm-hmm.
But can you imagine seeing castration? Like, can you imagine being on a plantation and seeing your homeboy get grabbed because he went to go get strawberries late night in the patch or at the field?
Mm-hmm.
And the slave master decided, I'm going to not only hang you, I'm going to hang you in front of my family, my friends, my colleagues, and we're going to sell tickets for your death.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take pictures of your death. And just to add a little lime to your chicken, we're going to cut your balls off.
Mm-hmm.
This is things we haven't seen, because there was no phones, there was no nothing back then.
Right.
But it was a monstrosity. It was terrible. And you would think that after years of documented pictures, transcripts, whatever, we would say this is enough. But clearly that's not enough. So the number one thing I would say, bro, is consistency. For black people, for white people, for people on the other side that honestly believe all lives matter, that bullshit narrative that they say. Be consistent about what you're saying. Mm-hmm. If you haven't hit me up in 10 years, but your family member just got exposed for being a racist, and you just hit me up now, thank you for hitting me up. But keep hitting me up.
Mm-hmm.
Keep checking in on me. Show me that even though your family member is a blatant racist who has been exposed, or even because your coworker or your job or your boss is a blatant racist, don't just check in on me because shit is hot now. Check in on me every day. Because if you turn on Channel 5, WCVB, and you see that a Charlestown police officer choked me out to death, now you feel you should check in on me? Oh, no, brother. You can keep that. Just stay consistent. Even black people, too. Black people would need to be stay consistent. I don't understand why Bloods and Crips are still killing each other, especially right now.
Right.
Not saying they are. They might have stopped. There might have been a drastic decrease in gang violence. But let's stay consistent with that. I don't care if you fucked your bitch. I don't care if you smoked your homie. Officer Johnson will kill you in broad daylight and not get in trouble for it. Let's stay consistent. Black people, Spanish people, whoever, Asian people, white people. I think, to answer your question, bro, and I'm done with this, consistency is everything. Consistency.
Word. Hey man, that's real. You know what I mean? And like, it's powerful too.
Thank you, man.
Because honestly, like with me, it's been a lot, just because, you know, it's been this consistent thing of seeing all these deaths by police officers and then them not getting properly charged and stuff, you know. So it's traumatizing to me. Like, me seeing it, I'm like, all right, well, I'm at the point I don't want to see it anymore, because it's damaging me.
It's very damaging.
You know, like seeing that every day is like, it does something to my head, to where I'm just, I know I will break if I see it often. So, you know, I took my breaks from social media and stuff just to make sure that I'm good. Because there's a saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. Yes. So I love that. I won't be able to help anybody else if I'm not good. Yes. So like I want to make sure that I'm good, and I definitely pay my respects and stuff to the families and to those because it's a lot that's going on, and this is shit that's been going on for so long. We need change. But yeah,
if I may ask you, bro, how are you dealing with all this as a black man to another black man? How are you dealing with all this, bro?
It's been a lot, and honestly, I've kind of I had this conversation with my coworker the other day. Honestly, I feel like I don't need to have that conversation. Like, I don't feel like I need to speak on it because as a black man, I know what it's like to be a black man.
You know what it's like.
You feel me? And yes, we need change. I'll do what I can, to help facilitate change in any way. But there's only so much I can say.
Of course.
And I've been quiet about a good amount of it because what I want to say is being said. So I'll just repost that and stuff. And like I was saying earlier, I got to take care of myself.
Yes, sir.
But at the same time, not do nothing. So I'm actually working on a talk with two good friends of mine that I worked with a couple years back. And we're kind of gonna talk about these issues and stuff. Yes. So we're in the process of facilitating that and stuff, and just kind of getting everything so that it's gonna be a good conversation, starting promotion for that. So I do want to say that now, like there is something, we have a conversation on the way, but that's not the main thing, here. But yeah,
what I would love to see, bro. Personally, I would love to see, because while I still also dive into the whole consistency thing, I would love to see society push out these ignorant motherfuckers in music, bro. Mm-hmm. I don't understand how people can stand in solidarity, or black men can stand in solidarity and still put out misogynistic music about black women. We must protect black women at all costs. At all costs, bro. Because for me, I've heard that narrative for years. But then I think about it, and I've seen as many times as we've called black women hoes, as many times I'm talking too loud, but as many times as we've called black women hoes, as many times as we've called them bitches, whatever it is. When George Floyd or Tamir Rice or Trayvon Martin or Kunta Kinte was killed, it was the black woman who stood in front, face to face with the SWAT team, telling them, this is enough. As much as we've butchered them, bro. I'm not saying that we should, I'm not saying that black men should only date black women, anything like that. But let's start showing them respect, especially with the music we put out, with the films we put out. Let's show society that we not doing this no more, bro. We not going. I mean, yeah, strippers, do your thing, make it rain in the club. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got it. It ain't tricking if you got it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if we can change the narrative as the men, as black men, I can guarantee you, bro. Sugar from Magic City in Atlanta, she has the potential to become a lawyer and stand in the forefront to make change happen. You know what I'm saying? I want that consistency, at least in our community first. Because I'll be damn, bro, if Karen shakes her ass for money.
Right.
Because Tyler is going to make sure that Karen is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Why can't Jamal make sure that Aisha is good so that she ain't got to shake her ass no more in the strip club? You know what I'm saying? But they ain't ready for that. The music industry, people, the higher ups, they're not ready for that conversation. But if we can continue it, trust and believe we'll be all right.
Yeah, man, that's very important.
Yes, sir.
That was that was like powerful. Like I'm kind of at a loss of words.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
But yeah, like I definitely like it's time. Like, well, it's been time, but like now this is kind of like the moment where a lot of us have realized like, yeah, we gotta start taking care of our own people, man. We have to like we must, regardless of like it's everything is black men, black women, transgender, like we gotta take care of everybody. Like it's it's time to take a stand and
even the like you said, bro, even the trans community, like us as Caribbean African men, our culture doesn't typically permit that, so to speak. We don't. We were raised a certain way, right? And I still respect the biological science of life. Yeah. But like Damian Marley said, bro, even the voiceless deserve a voice. Even those that truly feel like, yo, I'm black, but I'm queer. I'm not the typical, you know what I'm saying? I don't fit the mold because I like guys or because I like to wear women's clothes or I like to do that. At least amongst black people, we got to stand for them too, because they would be lynched just the same as my ass, as my heterosexual,
100%,
call it,
100.
But we got to. You're right. You're absolutely right, AK. Thank you for saying that, bro.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I think I about hit everything that I kind of needed to.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I don't know, like unless you got something else, that you think may need to be said.
I mean, for me, bro, I'm thankful that you've allowed me to come here into this space. You've allowed me to speak, bro, because in Massachusetts, I feel like, because and the reason why I say this, bro, it's not because I don't have experience. I've had experience of working with certain people in Massachusetts, and once they get like let's say they get Shiggy on their platform, or if they get like B. Simone on their platform, somebody who's established in Hollywood. Massachusetts has this bullshit way of doing things where it's like, all right, because I got B. Simone, you got to show me how popping you are first before I ever allow you. Not just podcasts, but just also songs, features, videos, whatever you call it. I pray that in 2021, Massachusetts can get the stick out their ass, especially some of these artists out here. Because I don't know if you niggas remember, but I went to high school with a lot of you niggas. I know you did. You did. A lot of us went to high school, or no niggas went to high school with you niggas. We can pull up on Geneva and see where you used to live, or we can pull up in Cambridge and see where you used to live. We can do all that shit. But I think also, if Boston can just adapt this ATL Atlanta way of doing things, because you from the same state as me, my nigga. If you win, we all win. We all win. And hopefully we can change that. Hopefully we can see a different outcome in 2021. One thing I love about Massachusetts is Massachusetts is a very progressive state. Governor Baker, shout out to Governor Baker. Mayor Walsh, Marty Walsh, shout out to him. We've combated this Trump ideology that COVID's not real. We've combated this ideology that we gonna be all right, or this idea that because I'm a Republican or because I'm a Democrat, we have to completely disregard what you have to say. But Massachusetts is one of the only states that actually cares about people from Massachusetts. No matter what you are. ICE, the immigration organization, they typically don't deport motherfuckers from here. I don't know if you know that. Because there's an understanding, bro. There's an understanding of humanity. Why can't we do that through music, through art? If a politician who is a member of the same party as Donald Trump, if he can say, Akani, you are a black man and I want to protect your rights as a black man, especially in front of the police department, Why can't, I mean, not saying he doesn't do this, but why can't Cousin Stiz come back and say, yo, Akani, you got a podcast? I'm coming on your podcast because I got cats from LA who need to know what Dawn Talk is all about. I got cats in Chicago. I'm boys with G Herbo. I can get G Herbo on a text, have him on Dawn Talk tomorrow because he has a show, or Rowdy Rich got a show. You know what I'm saying? This whole dynamic can change. Everyone can eat. But what these Main Street rappers from Boston don't realize is the music industry laughs at you niggas. They laugh at you niggas because you guys don't get it. The music industry is all about fucking money. It's all about money. If I'm an artist and I bring you on, it not only makes you money, me money, it makes the record industry money. Why you think it's no disrespect, Malfi, but or Benzino, why you think the music, Sony, Interscope, all these motherfuckers, they laugh at you? Oh, you think you big time, huh? Or you think because we called you the one to save everybody. We got Eminem on the roster. We got Nicki Minaj on the roster. We got Jadakiss. We got so these people on the roster. The fuck we think we need you? If you start a militia, start a creative army, we will win. We will win. And I've dedicated myself to always be about that. No matter how high or how low I get, I gotta each one teach one. Nobody gets left behind. Nobody gets left. But that's it, bro. I know I'm rambling a lot, bro. I'm sorry.
I love that, bro.
I'm so sorry, bro. You know
I really do. I think it needed to be said because I've asked people like their thoughts on the Boston scene, and it's kind of always been the same response of like it's bubbling, like there's something here and stuff. Yep. And that's the first response, like the realest response I've heard thus far. Appreciate so you know what I mean, like that's the way it gotta be though. Like you gotta keep it a stack. Like
you gotta keep it a stack, and you gotta also remember, bro. Like let's say you and me went to high school, right? And then all of a sudden I move out to LA. I fly out to LA, and you still got me on the text. You still got me on text, and I'm doing all this shit. Who am I to dismiss you? Because you could have got signed before I did. I don't understand this mentality in Boston, in Massachusetts, that Beyonce rocks with my music or Diddy rocks with my music. So, bro, you gotta show me what you got first before I even get on the song. Who the like my nigga? Beyonce didn't get on a song with you. Diddy didn't get on a song with you. They didn't get on a song with you. They just said they liked your shit. They're not cutting no check for saying they like your shit. There's another cat from Boston. I think his name T something. T
Drake.
T Drake. He was killed on World Star for speaking the truth. He's absolutely right what he's saying. When Malfi got on that Star Gang shit, real niggas from Boston, real hip hop heads like you and me from Boston realize Star Gang is just Gang Star backwards. And Gang Star, shout out to Primo, shout out to all them cats, Bishop, all them cats from Gang Star. They know what they were able to bring us up. Static Selector, Terminology, all these heads. They brought everybody up with them. Don't you get the formula, bro? You can't win an army by yourself. You can't win a war by yourself. Gather your troops. You think we would have won World War II against Adolf Hitler with George Washington or whoever the fuck the president was at the time? Or because the U.S. government says I'm that nigga, you got to show me first before I even let you in my army? No, you want to fight too? Let's fight. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this bag. But that's I apologize, bro. I digress a lot and I go too much in, but I thank you, Akani, bro.
Yeah, from the bro. Honestly, it's passion, yo. Like for real.
Thank you, bro.
I did want to ask this. Like this is probably like the last thing I'll ask. So the world we live in.
Yes.
Right, yo. So that's kind of like your own thing. I really like that. You know what I mean? Like I try to tune in as much as I can.
Thank you,
because I definitely think it's important to speak on everything that's kind of at least like how I've been seeing you go about it, you know, there's like a few things that happen, like maybe every few weeks or so, you just kind of take that information, just, all right, like I'm gonna use these 3 or 4 topics or so, sir. You know, yes, sir. Yes, and I really like that. So was there, what was the biggest thing that kind of made you say, all right, like I want to start with this? Oh, really?
Because I remember you talking to me about it in my dorm right before we all graduated, right before we all left, and you was like, yo, Muna, bro, I'm starting up a podcast, my nigga. I want to try and get artists from Massachusetts, creators from Massachusetts all together. So I'm going to just do it. And then before I know it, you got the logo ready, you got the IG page ready, you got everything ready, you know what I'm saying? Snap. And I was just like, yo, the ability of intellect, which you have, Akani, it must be heard. It must be heard. So I think for me, it was just like it's not as organized as you, of course. Like the world we live in, it's just whenever I feel like it, I go on live on Facebook and I do it. But you inspired the ability for me to intellectually speak out. I don't have the clout. I don't have enough clout to be like, yo, bro, come on, you know, let's talk about this or that, because to other people it's like, yo, bro, I got better shit to do. You know what I mean? I got other things I could do than just sit down and talk. But for other people, at least for me, I thought, you know what, let me just create something for myself where I can therapeutically vent, but also it also teaches me how to also be mindful that people are watching. And I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to this, but I want to talk about this issue. And if I offend people, so be it. So be it. I remember, for instance, bro, like in shout out to my boy Rorik. He wasn't offended, but shout out to my boy Rorik from Salem. He went to Salem State too. One of my partners, this kid from I think he's from Gloucester. I forget where he's from, but it's my boy. I talked about how in Waltham these group of girls got exposed for being racist, like through text. And I put it out there, and Rorik, being the friend that he is, he hits me up. He's like, yo, Muna, bro, like, do you know who these girls are? And the piece of me was like, yeah, bro, I know who they are. Yeah, I know who they are. I recognize the last name. I definitely recognize the last name. But in my mind, it wasn't like, I didn't realize, like, the last names were actually affiliated with the people that I know. But I have to say something.
Yeah.
Same thing with you, with Dawn Talk. You have to do this. You can't let nobody slow you down or alter you, because by you doing this, Akani, it not only fuels your fire, but it fuels the next Dawn Talk, the next, you know, the next kid from Barbados, or the kid from the next black youth that says, yo, bro, I wanna do this. And you inspired me to be like, yo, we gonna do this. Like when we first came in, you were setting up everything. You have everything set up, bro. It's beautiful. It's magic, because you know what you want. You know what you have. And with the world we know, I just wanted something besides music that I can have for myself, you know. And that's what inspired me, bro. You triggered it for me. You definitely triggered it for me, boss.
I appreciate that, man.
For real, man.
Hey, man. Man, that's super dope. And you know, I'm very glad that, you know, you were inspired to do that, because
of course,
like I said, you know, like I try to tune in and stuff, and just honestly, because sometimes, like, just hearing people speak, like, that does enough for me. Like, you know, like, everybody has their own views and opinions and stuff.
Yes.
But I always like to, I think it's important to, you know, always hear somebody else's view on something.
Of course, bro. And one thing you've taught me, bro, even in college, is diplomacy. Because remember when the whole riots, not riots, but like the protests, the dying niggers, all that shit was happening. I saw so many people get upset. Like, shout out to Armando. That's big bro. That's bro. Oh, he's not my big bro, but that's bro right there. Like, his passion is needed, but you also need somebody like you who kind of has the ability to step back and say, you know what, I want a platform, but I want a platform where I can hear people. I want to hear everyone, from the creators, from the artists, from the business people, from the whatever it is in Massachusetts. this is the beginning of something excellent, my brother. I know many so-called podcasts in Boston, right? Or not podcasts, but so many platforms in Boston, right? They won't fuck with you unless you know somebody on their team. But what good does that do, man? Right. You know what I mean? Massachusetts, bro, I love this state so much, bro, but it's just, the reason why I stay here is because of people like you. People who get it that this shit is in God's hands, bro. Because you up now, because a lot of these people, they're up now, or they're doing whatever they gotta do now. God can take that away from you, but you as a child of God, as a brother in Christ, or not even trying to be spiritual, but just as somebody who understands how humanity works, bro. You cannot have that attitude. That's why Massachusetts is only really good for medicine and business. Because what if someone at Children's Hospital, a doctor at Children's Hospital said, I mean, you don't know any senator or any mayor in Massachusetts, and because Mayor Walsh gave me Doctor of the Year, I can't see you because you see what I'm saying, bro? Imagine if Children's Hospital said that, bro.
Oh man.
Imagine if Mass General said that. Imagine if the Department of Immigration said that. Well, you don't know the Director of Immigration, so once you get your weight up, then we'll give you your green card. Or once you get your weight up, then we'll give you the surgery.
Ooh,
you see what I'm saying,
bro?
Yo,
that's a whole new thought process. Like I've never thought about it like that, bro. But that's honestly a great way of looking at it.
Cause I've been disrespected by people who I've been blatantly disrespected by people who were stroking my ego, so to speak. Not stroking my ego, but people who were like, "Yo, bro, you got it," or "Yo, bro, yo, man, hit me up when this is done." You hit them up, "Yo, bro, I just feel like you need a little bit more buzz before we put you on." You know what I'm saying, bro? Like nothing against you, you know what I'm saying, but I think you need a little bit more buzz. But once you just petting me like a house cat just 2 months ago, you know what I'm saying? Not saying I deserve that, but there are other cats in Massachusetts that definitely deserve that. Right. Debo especially, B Horn especially, Lotus, Mel's, Carnis. I know Token's up there. I know Token's already up there, but I'm giving you names of cats that deserve this homage, that deserve this sense of, yeah, man, King, bro. You know what I'm saying? King from '98.
Man, that's King right there.
But King is his own lane. You see what I'm saying? King don't ever need Boston because he know motherfuckers from down south, motherfuckers from a different lane from LA. They gonna rock with him because he got it. He got that technique, that sound, that ability to do that. So he don't need Massachusetts. But wouldn't it be wonderful if we picked him up and said, "Yo, this cat's for Mass, bro. He's for Mass, bro." What bullshit is this, bro? You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of it, bro. I'm really sincerely tired of it, bro. Cause a lot of you motherfuckers that's on BT in 2012. 2019, you see any motherfuckers from Massachusetts on BET? No. But wouldn't it be ill if a nigga who's on BET in 2015, if he brought King on, yo, we got 2 cats from Massachusetts on here. Then King's like, yo, shit, this shit's happening. Yeah. Debo, come with me. Debo's like, yo, Connors, come with me. Mel's, come with me. Lord, I'm not even talking about myself. Forget me, because maybe I'm not dope. Maybe I'm just not that dope of an artist. Maybe I'm just dope to people who I'm dope to. But everybody deserves a chance, bro. Everybody deserves a chance. And I know a lot of motherfuckers who I went to high school with closed the door. But where they at now? Wouldn't it have been better if you kind of threw the baton? Not even throw the baton, but at least leave the door open for me to get in. Instead of being like, yo, bro, it's over. Right. But it's all love, bro. Shout out to Hillary Banks. Shout out to DC. Shout out to Debo. I just want to give my quick shout outs real quick before we wrap this up. Shout out to everybody, bro. Carney, AK the Dawn, bro. Shout out to AK the Dawn. Shout out to Reggie. Shout out to Lavish Living, Jay, Ron, Slim. Shout out to all my people, bro. Shout out to everybody that's out, man, for real. And for La Tienda, shout out to La Tienda for showing love too. Shout out to Debo, shout out to E, shout out to PD Pablo, shout out to HBZ, shout out to all these heads, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say these shout outs because these are cats that I've worked with and I see their understanding. Shout out to Maystar, shout out to Morvey, shout out to all these heads, bro. Like, there's so many Lotus, Mel's, bro. You see, bro, like you see, but like you low key see, bro. Like I keep my I know my colleagues. You know what I mean? Like I Black C, shout out to Black C, dope artists as well. Big Will, 100 Boys, shout out to Big Will. You know,
yeah, man.
Shout out to you, Akani, man.
Oh, thank you.
I love you, bro. Thank you so much for this.
Man, this is like you said, this is only the start. Yes. Of something, you know what I mean?
Wonderful, bro.
So like, I'm glad I got to have you on here. Like, I'm definitely gonna have you back 100%.
Whenever you need me, boss.
You feel me?
Whenever you need me, man. I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
And like, honestly, like, I appreciate your patience, because this was supposed to happen back in March. You feel me?
The fact that you still keep hitting me up, bro, it's a blessing to me. Because I know cats who would tell me, yo, bro, we doing it on Sunday, we're doing it this day, and that was 2 years ago. You know, that was 2 years ago. But the fact that you still keep me in mind, AK, bro, and thank you for putting my boy Debo on. Thank you for Don Dre. Shout out to Don Dre.
Yeah, I actually gotta link up with him.
Yes.
We gotta have a conversation.
Suffolk County, bro. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, man. You know, shout out Scope Apparel. I just copped some gear from them, man.
Visual Concepts, all that.
Yeah. Slim actually mastered his. I'm pretty sure like his last few tracks.
Okay. So, Don Dre's. Yeah.
So I'm like, man, that's dope. So yeah,
that was at Evan's studio. Evan, his brother Mike, and his other brother. They built a studio from scratch.
That's beautiful.
And you know what's so crazy, bro? Like that, the Gregorio family. I love that family, bro. They understand the concept of like, yo, let's bring cats in here because somebody needs to meet Slim. Somebody needs to meet all these cats from the city. It's when you understand that, bro, you get it. You get it, bro. Cats from Delaware, they don't I mean, there's probably cats from Delaware who rap, but you know what I'm saying? There's not a lot. Massachusetts has a hub. We have a hub of motherfuckers who are doing it. Benzino. You see how Benzino got when he got the sauce, he got his head a little too big, came for Eminem. Now you don't got Boston riding with you no more, bro, because you completely dissed us. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
But you're passionate about it, bro. Like I can just tell.
It's real. Yeah. Well, shout out to Jam too, Jam Company, man.
Big shout out to Jam, yo. That's the homie, man. First ever interview with him. That's a real dude right there. Oh, man.
But as far as like, if I can talk about just anything, bro, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Munashe Mututu. That's just my official social media name, but I still go by Muna, of course. I got a new album coming out next year. It's called Rap Therapy. I'll talk to you more about the details next time we talk, because I'm still I'm putting the track list together, putting the concepts together and all that, even the videos together with E. So we still kind of putting things together. But the next album is going to be called Rap Therapy. The next project after that, well, we've come a long way too with Debo. That's gonna come out first. That's probably gonna come out first. Yeah, we've come a long way too. That's coming out real soon. Shout out to Relief Music Group. Shout out to Kaya as well. Kaya, she did that painting right there.
Yeah. Well, she downstairs. Big shout out to Kaya. Big shout out to Kaya, man. Like I'm looking at this painting. I don't know if I don't think the camera's still recording now. I think it stopped, but yeah, man. Like y'all gonna see the painting. Like I promise you. I promise you, y'all gonna see it
for real.
But yeah, yo, like I appreciate you for pulling up and like even allowing me to have this conversation with you and just kind of pick your brain on some stuff.
Just love.
But yeah, man, that's that's it. Make sure you follow him, like he said. Just spell your
okay handles. So it's in my social media handle, all of them, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of it is Munashe. That's MUNASHE MUTUTU. I'll be sure to put that in the description as well, or send it to you.
I'm definitely gonna tag you in it. So yeah, like,
for sure. But you can find me on there. The reason why I decided to go with that is because shout out to the girl group Muna. Shout out to them.
Oh yeah. I remember. It was at the J Electronica concert, right?
Yes, it was, bro. And you know what's crazy? They actually hit me up. They actually hit me up like, hey, how you doing? You know, we love your music. And I love their music too, bro. I've actually listened to their music as well. They're like a all-girl indie queer band type of thing. But bro, they're dope. They're absolutely dope, absolutely fire. They what's it called? So their name is Muna because I guess it's like every girl in the group has MUNA type of thing, which is very ironic, you know. And they put it out first, but when I explained to them in the DM, because they were like, you know, we got people who are going to your page instead of ours, you know, and the people, our fan base is basically, our management is telling us like, yo, a lot of your fans are being directed to this black kid from Massachusetts who raps, you know, and like I told them immediately, you know what I mean, like I you know, I'm not a hard person to work with, you know what I'm saying. That's your name, you got it first, but God willing, bro, this thing takes off, bro, I'm copywriting the movie. That's
my
name. That's my name. That's my name. No disrespect to y'all, bro, but maybe y'all could put a $sign or something against that asterisk or something, bro. But God willing, bro, we get to where we need to get to, bro. Dawn Talk will be certified as well as Muna will be certified as well. So, cause that's my name. That's what my mother called me when I'm in trouble. When I was a child, that's what my mother. Everybody called me. So, but yeah, just follow me, Munashe Mututu. Instagram, email me, that's munamusic@gmail. You know, I'm not hard to find.
Word. Yo, yeah, man. Again, appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in. You know, make sure you follow the podcast, Dawn Talk Podcast.
Dawn Talk
on Instagram, Vision Core Entertainment. Make sure you follow that. Follow myself, Vision Core, aka the Don _ yeah, man, you know, we out here, we trying to get to it, yo.
Yes, sir, bro. Shout out to Debo.
Big shout out to Debo, man.
Debo just dropped a new music video. Justice No Peace.
Yo, we gotta mention that, man.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro.
Because that track is
crazy.
Came right on time.
Bro.
Just perfect, Debo, man. And
shout out to Waltham, all the cats from Waltham, Marvin Sandoval, Joe McClain, HBZ. They put that whole thing together.
Yeah, man. That was just dope. Just seeing it, man. I love
content, bro. Powerful content.
For real.
Oh, shout out to Sabrina Lynch. That's my girl, man. Shout out to her, bro. Yo, she believes in me more than I believe in my own self, bro. And I'm forever grateful to her family, you guys, bro. Like, it's even wild because like her mom. I remember one time I was at the dinner table and I was like, you know, Mom, like I'm just done with this because I couldn't get videos. I couldn't get people who wanted to work with me. And she said, that easy, huh? That easy. Is that easy for people to take you out? When she said that, bro, I expected, you know, like the mother of my girlfriend, my future wife, to be like, yeah, bro, you need to think of something else because you're going to be with my daughter for the future. But for her to say, that easy, huh? Like people can take you out that easy. It showed me that there's a commitment that she has even to me, and I'm forever grateful to her, man. Shout out to her.
That's real love right there.
Tony Lynch, her dad, AJ, Nick, Nikita, all of them, bro. I love everybody from the Lynch family, bro. Thank you guys so much for the support. Barbados, stand up.
You feel me?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, yo, appreciate y'all. And this will not be the last one, yo. So there's more definitely on the way. For sure. So again, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.